people say to me all the time, I'd love to game on PC, but it's just so expensive. That's just not accurate. My system that you see here is completely and totally overkill. I have spent quite a bit of money on it, but gaming is my #1 hobby, and I'm really into building computers. But the point of today's video is I'm going to prove that you do not have to spend a lot of money to game on PC, and even at some points you can actually make it out cheaper than buying a PS4 or an Xbox One. Not normally typical, but you can do it. These two cards in here are two 970s, and two 970s really more than anybody needs. But I just picked up, I don't know if you can see this, a EVGA GTX 650. Pick this card up for 40 bucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down, we're going to cut the video, and I'm going to install this, and we're going to see how it benchmarks. Step complete, I've installed the card, and as you can see, it is a lot smaller than a 970. At least my model of 970. Let me hold it up for you where you can actually see the difference in size between these two. It's massive. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're gonna turn this on and do some benchmarking. Some early results from just a basic Valley benchmark, but on this is not what this card is designed to do. When this card came out, 1080p wasn't quite the standard, but here's the results at 1080p. As you can see, we're averaging around 24 FPS, which isn't ideal. You really want to hit that 30 mark at the very least, but in spots it did better, and other spots it did a little worse. But this is at ultra. This is going on a four-year-old card here. So what I'm gonna do, and this of course is a benchmark, so we want to get some gameplay in here too. But what we want to do is back this down, and you're gonna be able to get some really good playable frames, maybe even medium to high on 1080p, which is for 40 bucks. I mean, there you go. But we're gonna add in some more benchmarks and some actual gameplay and see what this card can do. As I back this card back down, or I didn't back the card down, but I backed the graphical settings down of this benchmark here to it's on high, but I backed it down to 900p. Now keep in mind, 900p has been implemented on numerous Xbox One and PS4 games, and the graphic fidelity is still, sorry about that, still really good. It's hard to see from a cell phone camera, but it's good, looks good, and it's running very smoothly. It's not at all dipped down below 30 frames. Even in transitions, as you can see just there, transition, it maintained it. So this is running very smooth at 900p. Okay, well, enough of these benchmarks. Let's go ahead and jump to some gameplay. We're here in Grand Theft Auto 5. We're at 1080p, and we've got texture qualities on normal, but as you can see, we have a lot of stuff turned up to high. Pretty much everything, and there's only a couple things I have turned off. And let's see what kind of frames we're gonna get in real gameplay.
Doc, hey.
Michael, I'm looking through my appointment book and I don't see your name.
Yeah, well, I'm Marvel.
Hang up on him. Let's get the police going. I want to see some action on the screen. As you can see, we're floating around in the mid to high and out to the low 30s. But we're, son of a bitch. We're at completely and totally playable frames here. Everything's looking pretty darn good. In all actuality, let's see. There's this car. No. Things are not going good for this video. Oh, there went the door. I don't normally play Grand Theft Auto like this, but just trying to see, demonstrate that the frames are solid here. Completely and totally playable. And I have a whole bunch of stuff, as you've seen, I had a whole bunch of stuff turned to high. So you could easily back this off, turn things down to normal, and you could probably get close to 60 frames. Either that or you could go down to 900p, but right now we're playing at 1080p, high settings, we got the cops chasing us. Last test, I just wanted to show off, this is Rise of the Tomb Raider, a brand new game. And while I've had to turn things down, I've had to turn the resolution down, I've had to turn settings down. As you can see, the game is still completely and totally playable with this card. And it still looks really good, even with a lot of things turned down. I'm about to die because I can't do what I'm doing in this game. I'm gonna die. Just trying to show that even in action, we're getting playable frames around 30 FPS, and I know. Well, that's pretty much the conclusion of this video. This little card right here, although it's a few years old, I picked this up for 40 bucks. Plugged it into my PC, and I'm playing one of the most brand new games out there, and it looks darn good. Better than a console. So, that's the end of this video. Hope everyone enjoyed. I got a plan for this little card. I'm going to put it in a build that I've got some other older parts, and it's going to go right in there, and I'm going to make a video on that if people's interested to see it. Thanks, guys.